The U.S. Navy is a major global naval force known for its large aircraft carriers and advanced submarines. However, China has become a strong competitor by greatly improving its naval power, with the largest navy in the world by the number of ships, and it has excellent shipbuilding capabilities. This growth focuses on modernization, increasing military presence, and changing the balance of power at sea. Hi everyone, welcome back to Difference Frames the World, a channel that offers a unique perspective on global events. We analyze major international moves in plain language and upload videos daily. Today, Clara will discuss China's naval ambitions, which have long centered on defending its coastlines, especially in the South China Sea. In the past 2 decades, the Chinese Navy's strategy has evolved. China is no longer just watching its neighboring seas. It is now working on a navy that can operate far beyond its shores. This plan involves more than just building ships. It aims to create a powerful navy capable of reaching distant areas, deterring threats, and adapting to different situations. China's navy is huge. Reports indicate that the Chinese Navy has over 370 major ships, including surface ships, submarines, and other types. This number could grow to 435 by 2030. Data from the Center for Strategic and International Studies indicates that China currently has about 234 warships weighing more than 1,000 tons each, more than the U.S. Navy's 219 comparable ships. According to various open data aggregators, the total number of active Chinese naval vessels, including smaller ships, may be as high as 787. Notably, China's navy is very modern. Intelligence assessments indicate that 70% of its warships were launched after 2010, making its fleet relatively new by naval standards. In contrast, many of America's naval ships are outdated, particularly its Nimitz-class aircraft carriers. Here's a question: why is China building so fast? To understand China's naval buildup, one must examine the factors driving it and the underlying motivations. One of the most striking aspects of China's rise at sea is its exceptional shipbuilding capacity. Unlike many other countries, China has maintained a highly aggressive shipbuilding industrial base, not only for warships but also for large commercial shipyards. Notably, some of China's commercial shipyards are dozens of times larger and more productive than the largest U.S. shipyards. U.S. Naval Intelligence previously estimated that China has 232 times the surface ship and submarine shipbuilding capacity of the U.S. A Defense News report raises concerns about China's dominance in shipbuilding, which is enhancing both warship construction and long-term sustainability. In extended conflicts, China's capacity to quickly expand its fleet provides a strategic advantage. Central to this naval buildup is military-civil fusion, where commercial and military production are integrated. Many shipyards in China produce both cargo ships and military vessels, allowing commercial success to enhance military capability. China's naval buildup isn't a vanity project, rather, it's strategically grounded. It is building a powerful navy and developing long-range missiles to deter or complicate foreign, particularly U.S., intervention near its shores. By acquiring aircraft carriers, amphibious ships, and long-range submarines, Beijing aims to enhance its ability to operate globally or, at the very least, in strategically important regions. Some of China's platform choices, such as amphibious assault ships, are intended to play a role in any potential contingencies involving Taiwan. Moreover, a stronger navy supports China's diplomatic and economic objectives by safeguarding its sea lines of communication, protecting Chinese shipping, and projecting its presence on the global stage. One of the clearest symbols of China's naval ambition is its carrier program. On November 5, 2025, China officially commissioned its third aircraft carrier, the Fujian, at Sanya Naval Base. The Fujian is the first Chinese supercarrier domestically designed and built, and the first to use electromagnetic catapults rather than older ski-jump launch systems. The EM catapult system means China can launch heavier fixed-wing aircraft, including early warning and control planes like the KJ-600 and more advanced fighters. The air wing in Fujian reportedly includes the J-15T multi-role fighter, the J-35 next-gen fighter, the KJ-600 AEW, and Z-20 helicopters for anti-submarine and transport missions. Meanwhile, the first two carriers, Liaoning and Shandong, remain in service, giving China a growing fleet of carrier-capable ships. And some analysts suggest a fourth carrier is already under construction, nuclear-powered for global patrolling. Carrier ambition isn't the only piece. China is also building amphibious assault ships, vessels that can transport troops, landing craft, and even aircraft, which are called quasi-aircraft carriers. These ships are crucial for any force that wants to land forces abroad or enforce territorial claims. A notable example is the Type 076, the Sichuan, an advanced amphibious assault ship that just completed its first sea trials 2 days ago. The Sichuan is notable for several reasons. It can carry both airplanes and boats, making it a unique vessel. It features a modern launch system that helps send aircraft into the sky, similar to what's used on another carrier, the Fujian. In fact, it's the world's first lighter aircraft carrier with this advanced launch technology. The Sichuan is comparable in size and displacement to India's aircraft carriers, functioning as a marine force in a ship. It combines the capabilities of a helicopter carrier and a lighter aircraft carrier, enhancing China's military strength for force deployment, coastal protection, and missions in difficult waters. China's navy is evolving into a comprehensive force, boasting over 140 major surface combatants, including destroyers, frigates, and corvettes. Submarines also play a vital role in China's naval strategy, with various types, including ballistic missile submarines, attack submarines, and diesel-electric submarines, actively under development or already in operation. Additionally, China is integrating advanced missile systems, including anti-ship ballistic missiles like the DF-21D and DF-26, to deter foreign naval forces. The fleet also includes auxiliary vessels, mine warfare ships, patrol ships, and logistics and support ships, broadening and adapting its naval capabilities. This diversity ensures that China is not overly reliant on a few large ships, but is instead building a balanced, layered navy. China's naval growth doesn't happen in a vacuum. The implications, regionally and globally, are significant and increasingly worrisome for its rivals. China's military buildup is challenging U.S. naval dominance by leveraging its numerical advantage in ships, while the U.S. maintains superior tonnage. China's shipyards are enhancing fleet construction and resilience, particularly in the First Island chain. Recent exercises and new developments, such as the Fujian aircraft carrier and advanced submarines, reflect its readiness for long-term operations in open waters. U.S. military leaders, such as Admiral Daryl Cottle, have expressed concern about these advancements and emphasized the need for greater collaboration with allies such as Japan and South Korea to strengthen U.S. shipbuilding capabilities. For the United States, the challenge from China is complex. It involves not only increasing the number of ships, but also ensuring the right types are built quickly enough to keep pace with China's rapid growth. China cannot threaten the U.S. Navy on the global stage, as Beijing lacks a global network like the U.S. Navy's to sustain a naval fleet far from its home base. Also, China is building its naval force to protect its core interests in the near seas, and it is not interested in patrolling the waters of the Gulf of America. Some viewers may not know where the Gulf of America is. DFTW suggests calling Donald Trump for help. Renaming the waters is his most significant political achievement during his second term, comparable to the Great Wall he built years ago between the U.S. and Mexico. That said, let's continue to discuss the growth of the Chinese Navy, which contributes to a more multipolar maritime world. While the U.S. may still hold advantages in certain areas, its uncontested dominance could be challenged in key regions. Countries in Asia, Europe, and the Indian Ocean will need to re-evaluate their naval strategies. Naval competition is likely to become a key aspect of the strategic rivalry between the U.S. and China. We can expect to see increased naval patrols, joint exercises, and possible standoffs in contested waters. China may not only defend its interests, but could also actively challenge key sea lanes, particularly in the so-called Indo-Pacific region. China's shipbuilding capacity serves not only as a military asset but also as an economic one. By producing a large number of ships, it strengthens its industrial base, creates jobs, and projects power. For the United States and its allies, rebuilding or expanding shipbuilding capacity may become a national security priority. It emphasizes the necessity of collaboration between nations, including the partnerships between the US and Japan, and the US and South Korea, as highlighted by US naval leadership. China's use of electromagnetic catapults on the Fujian and its amphibious ships clearly indicates that it is not just building more ships but also building smarter ones. Advances in missile technology, submarine capabilities, and other areas could further enhance China's maritime power. As China's Navy continues to modernize, how it adopts these new technologies, and how the US and other nations respond, will be crucial. China's naval expansion is not just about increasing the number of warships, it is part of a larger, long-term strategy aimed at reshaping regional and potentially global maritime power. Here are some key points that highlight the significance of this expansion. China is resolute in its ambition to shape the future of maritime power, and this message is widely noted.
Through the hardship, through the struggle, still determination flowed. History's wounds became our backbone. This is the hope of but this is not the time for take on the road. Stand up, look how far we come, from the dust into the rising sun. A billion hearts, one dream to hold, from the dust and strength to hope. The world remains in won't let it go.